World War II true story called Anthropoid, and he popped in a few days ago to tell us about it. Before we chatted, we couldn't resist a look at the film. This is the film, very, very good. It will have you on the edge of your seats. And in the interview, as I say, Jamie, on the right of your screen. I'm on the left.
We are what's left of the Czech resistance. I suggest that less of them should be assassinated, perhaps a few of them.
Heydrich is the head of the secret police. Only Hitler and Himmler are above him in the Nazi hierarchy.
Exactly my point. You really think you'll ever get close enough to assassinate Heydrich?
Our orders have come direct from the Czech government in London.
So this is about the Czech government in London trying to impress the Allies? It was the Allies that gave us to the Germans in the first place.
What we're building up to there, Jamie, and it is edge of the seat stuff, is the attempted assassination of an SS general called Heydrich. You'll watch the film to see if it was successful or not, but it wasn't as simple as that. It wasn't just like being able to kill this guy would solve all the problems.
No, not at all. And, you know, there's a lot of doubt whether trying to kill this guy was the right thing to do for the people of Czechoslovakia as it was then. You know, there's a lot of people who were against the idea of it. He was the highest ever Nazi to be assassinated.
One of the things that through your character we feel the fear, because your character's frightened about what he has to do.
Yeah, for me, I mean, Killian's character is far more in control. He'd be the alpha of the relationship if you had to pick one. But I found Jan more relatable because he was riddled with self-doubt and he had anxiety. As much as you think you'd be the sort of person who'd be like, oh, I'd be fine, I could pull the trigger, I could do it. The reality is that I'd be a wreck, you know.
This is a true story.
Totally
So
true,
how much
yeah.
of the story did you know?
Nothing.
Nothing. So you have to read up about this.
Absolutely, yeah. Which is you know, it's great sometimes when you're playing a real character, you're trying to tell a story that really happened because there's so much more to draw on in terms of research. But I mean, Killian and I, neither of us knew anything about it. I mean, I didn't really listen. I wasn't a great student at school. History wouldn't have been where my attention was heading.
Is that because you always at school thought, I'm going to be an actor or I'm going to be a rock star?
No, my thing at school was that I don't know.
I was lazy.
Very lazy. I was at school felt like I was there for different reasons than education in a way. I didn't always grow up thinking I wanted to be an actor, but I always knew I didn't have the right temperament, aptitude, whatever, to work in an office environment. I think every single person in the group, every person in this room probably has the same attitude, and that's why you end up making.
So where did the acting idea come from? So if you didn't set out to be an actor, at what point did you think, oh, actually, maybe that's something I could do?
I got an agent at a point where I wasn't sure I wanted to be an actor.
So modelling first?
Yeah, I was modelling first, yeah. But when I got an agent, I was modelling. I was working in a pub in Knightsbridge.
So did you get acting lessons?
No, not really, no. If I was ever in LA in the early years, I'd go to the classes and stuff there, but I do think it's an instinctual craft.
Well, Jamie, you do it very, very well, and I think this film's very good for you because it doesn't have me thinking about 50 Shades. I can never remember. 40 Shades of Green and 50 Shades of Grey.
40 Shades is a prequel, yeah.
That's it. But the good thing is, it doesn't have me thinking about that. So with you and with 50 Shades, and there's what, 3 films in this 50 Shades series?
Yeah.
You know, you do that, you get this worldwide fame because of that. But I'm sure there are times when, from an actor's point of view, that can be a pressure, that can be a burden.
Yeah, it certainly can be, but you know, you do have to just see it as that's just one job. Yes, granted, it's a job that the majority of people know you solely for that, especially in the States or whatever. But you know, it is to me and to the actor, and I'd say any actor who's involved in any franchise would say the same thing. It is just another job, and then you sort of move on to the next thing, and you play a different character, and then it becomes about that.
I also find it interesting that you've got 2 Czech resistance hero fighters played by 2 Irishmen.
Yeah.
You and Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
How did that turn out?
Well, that's just the way of it, really. You know, stuff like that happens all the time, I guess. Cillian was already attached to it when I got sent the script. I'm a massive fan of Cillian's. I'm an even bigger fan now that he's a mate, and we both. It's we didn't stay in the accent or whatever. We were lucky that we had a lot of Czech actors in the scenes with us who are doing Czech accented English, so that was helpful. But it's kind of odd, the two Irishmen.
We're going to take another look at the film now, and it's a tense film. It's a brutal film. At times, it's a very exciting film too, and it's all historically accurate. But I think we find it very hard to find a happy clip. But
Right.
we think this may this may be the one. Isn't it?
I know this is your party, but we have a little announcement to make. I have asked Maria to marry me, and she has said yes.
Thank you.
Old Killian doesn't look too happy at that, does he?
Because the women were actually supposed to be a cover, weren't they? So
Yes,
you ended
exactly.
Up, or your character falls in love.
Yeah, exactly, and as does Killian's as well. So I mean, the reality is that they were meant to be sort of foil and help us in our mission, which they did achieve. But also, they're men, and men act on their impulse.
Well, the film Anthropoid was it's out on 9th of September. Does this mean you've got a break now? You're home with the family? And
I do have somewhat of a break now for the first time in a while, I have to say. So, yeah, it's nice. Although a break with two kids under two.
Well, congratulations,
under
because we
three.
haven't seen you, but March you had your second.
Yeah, February, yeah.
So two very young. How old's your Dulcie now?
Dulcie's nearly 3, she'll be 3 in November.
And how's she taken to being big sister?
Loves it. It's brilliant. It's the most magical thing in the world, when she wakes up at first, she just wants to see the baby, instantly.
How are you balancing things, Jamie? You have the 50 Shades trilogy. You've got a film like this to fit in, which must be quite intense. And then you've got the amazing The Fall as well, which is back for another series.
Back at the end of September. Yeah.
How do you pack it all in?
You just do. But no, look, I love it. I want to be busy, but I'm also aware that I'm a young father, and I want to spend time with my kids. So, they come everywhere with me, which we can afford to do at the moment before the kids start school.
Well, listen, considering a boy that didn't work very hard at school, you've done all right.
Done all
Done
right.
all right.
In fact, darling, he's done a bit too well, to the point where I'm...
Are you a bit jealous?
Well, you could put it that. He's a man I grow as I get older to maybe not like as much as I did. I mean, I'll just give you an example. There was a competition in Belfast to name a bus after a famous Belfast person.
Oh.
And it was whittled down between me
I didn't know
and
you were...
him. Yeah, that was the opposition. Who do you think the great Belfast public voted to name the bus after?
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
It's probably the most stoned bus in Belfast now. I'd imagine people seeing my mug in the back of it.
Well, at least if the name, I don't look like the back end of a bus. At least that's probably why. That's probably why it didn't go to me. That's the whole thing. Jamie Dornan, an absolute delight to share in your success. Thank you very much, indeed, and good luck with Anthropoid, 9th of September at a cinema near you. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Top lad, Jamie.